Guys, I'm Chrissy and welcome back to Straight Trippin', where we talk all things travel. And by all, I mean the good, the bad, and the ugly. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Ooh, excuse me. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you guys ate some good food and created some really good memories with your family. As for me and my family, I guess you can tell from the title of this video, we went on a cruise. And so in this video, we're going to talk about all things cruising. I believe this is going to be a two-part video. I think today I just want to give you guys an overview and some just tidbits. And then in part two, I'll do a cabin tour and kind of go over onboard activities and excursions. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. So we decided to do a 7-day cruise on the Carnival Glory. It sails out of New Orleans, Louisiana. And it sailed to Roatan, Honduras, let's see here, Belize City, Belize, and Cozumel, Mexico. Those were our 3 stops that we made. So, far as safety, did I feel safe on the cruise? I would have to say yes. And I don't mean safe as far as someone stealing or hurting me or anything like that. I mean for as health-wise. Okay, so Carnival does require you to be vaccinated. And you also have to provide a negative COVID test within 48 hours of your sail date. Masks are required to be worn on board. Like anytime you're inside, in the elevators, anywhere inside. If you're outside, like on the Lido deck, or where they play basketball, anywhere outside, you don't have to worry about wearing a mask. And I do have to say, pretty much everybody was compliant with wearing their mask and having their mask on inside. And even some people had masks on outside. So that was really, really awesome. They had hand washing stations and hand sanitizing stations throughout the ship, especially in the dining areas, you guys. I was really impressed with how they had the stations set up. They had them set up as soon as you walk in the door. They had them near the tables. They had them in the actual food lines when you're going to get your food. If you weren't in the main dining room, they had them as you come in. What else? And they also had them like near the ice cream stations, the dessert bars. So the condiment stations, they had them there. So when I say that there was no excuse why someone hands weren't clean, they were just nasty. Okay, so another thing is the crew was constantly wiping and cleaning. I really like that. That made me feel good as well. Even outside on the Lido deck, they were constantly mopping, wiping down tables, wiping down the doors, elevators inside and out. They were constantly cleaning in the stairwell. Just everywhere you saw someone cleaning and wiping. And I really like that as well, you guys, especially, in these times. So, so far as safety and the cleanliness, they were on par with that. On the excursions, we did one excursion through Carnival and the other 2 we booked through private companies. And on all of the excursions, the tour guides did tell us that, they had to be vaccinated. We wore a mask inside of the transportation. They had hand sanitizing stations, at the excursion destinations. So, like I said, I felt very clean, very safe. And I believe in the places that we went to, with the exception of Mexico, vaccinations and masks and things of that nature are mandated. They have to wear them. And if you don't, you're subject to be fined. That was another thing they warned us about, especially in Belize. It's like if you don't have your mask, you're subject to be fined. So just to give you an idea of, did I feel safe? not only on the ship, but when we were off the ship and participating in the excursions and even shopping port and everything. Everybody had on masks. They had hand sanitizing stations. So I love that part, you guys. Okay, just some tidbits on what to bring. It's been about 10 years since our last cruise, and so I did watch a few videos on what to bring, what not to bring, and a lot of them had lists and things that I really didn't see that that was necessary. But I will tell you, these things I think are necessary. One would be Clark's wipes, Lysol wipes of some sort. Because even though the crew was constantly cleaning, I still, I don't know, inside of my cabin, I still wanted to wipe things down where I was going to be putting my personal items, where I was going to be laying. So I wiped everything down with my Lysol wipes. I also had like a little small to-go Lysol spray, and I sprayed down our bed linens and all that stuff with it as well. Another thing, a little tidbit, you can either bring some, well, you can bring poopery for the bathroom, or you can do like I did. Instead of getting the poopery, I just brought some Glade room deodorizers. Don't have to be Glade, it could be any brand. The little room deodorizer, I'm talking about like the little things that you twist, and it's like a gel on the inside. You just twist them and it freshens the air. So I bought a couple of those for the room and one for the bathroom. So even as you're entering the room, it always has like a nice pleasant smell. Outlets. I do recommend you bring an outlet, you guys, because they only had one in our room. We did have a balcony room. There were no outlets on the lamps, which in some videos people said that their room had outlets on the lamps. Ours did not have any outlets or USB ports or anything. We only had the one outlet, and it was on the vanity. And it was located like at the bottom in a very awkward space. And I actually bought like a square, which I don't think I have it near me, but I actually bought like a squared outlet with that had a couple of USB ports on there. I do not recommend getting a square one. I would recommend getting a long rectangular one, or one with a retractable plug, because I was not able to use that one because, like I said, of the way the placement of the outlet on the vanity. So you would definitely need that because you only have that one. Another thing, insect repellent, you guys, because the mosquitoes over there, honey, they ain't nothing to play with. Yeah, those Caribbean mosquitoes are something different. So make sure you bring some bug repellent, sunscreen, because it is hot and sunny there. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say hot, but it was sunny there. And also a hat. I think our temperature there was like 85 in each destination that we stopped in. Yeah, it was about 85. So the weather was beautiful. It wasn't too hot. To me, it was a little too chilly to get in the water. So I didn't, even though we went to the beach, I did not get in the water because it just wasn't warm enough outside for my personal taste. Oh, something else I want to tell you guys. When we arrived in New Orleans, it was 75 degrees. It was sunny. It was beautiful. When we came back, it was rainy and about 50 degrees. So just keep that in mind when you're packing, to make sure, you know, you bring appropriate attire to wear. So that way you won't be too cold or too hot. Like I said, I'm cold-natured, so I always like to have a jacket with me at all times. And you can definitely tell the difference when we were, the closer we got back to New Orleans, the cooler it was getting. So just keep that in mind and make sure you bring like either some jeans or sweatpants or something and a jacket so you can be warm, since it is actually considered, I guess, fallish winter time now. Let's see here. I'm looking at my notes to make sure I haven't left anything out. Okay, so the next thing, the beverage packages. I did not purchase the Cheers package. That's the alcohol package. I'm really not a big drinker. I will have a drink here and there, and that's what I did. I felt like the a la carte drinks worked perfect for me. But if you are a heavy drinker and you like to drink, then you might want to look into getting the Cheers package. Just a little tidbit: when you arrive and you're on the Lido deck or the guys are walking around with the drinks, keep in mind that I got. He came around with the drinks with the tumbler cup. He told me the price was like $8 and something. So I was like, okay, I got the drink and the cup. So didn't realize it until I got my bill. Honey, that thing was almost $30. So just be mindful of that. They will give you incorrect prices. Also, excuse me, another tidbit is that they do include the tip anytime you order an alcoholic beverage. So we prepaid for our gratuities. We did prepay for gratuities. We also left tips as well, but then they got an additional tip because they automatically charge you a tip if you order an alcoholic beverage. So keep that in mind. They had some people that, you know, decided to dispute some of the charges or whatever, but we didn't worry about that. And I would recommend you check your account throughout your stay there, because I know we were double charged for the we call it for the steakhouse. We got double charged for it. So just keep in mind, just to kind of keep an eye out on your bill, because they will overcharge you and charge you for things that you did not receive. But yes. Alrighty, another thing, the water. I ordered, I think, a 12-pack of water. I think on my next cruise, I will not do that. I may do like a 6-pack, just enough to bring with me on the excursion. The filtered water on the Glory was good. It didn't have any type of weird taste. And just so you know, to get an idea of what my taste is, I like Smart Water. That's my favorite water if I'm going to buy bottled water. Either that or Ozark water. I do not like Nestle water. To me, it has like a film or an oil or something on there. So just to kind of let you know what my tastes are for is buying water. They had the geyser water, is what they were serving, which was fine. It didn't have a weird taste or anything, but the filtered water was just fine. And a lot of people, you know, did recommend you just bring in cups and just refill, you know, your cups for your excursions. But for me, I think the bottled water was more convenient just to throw in my bag. And as I'm drinking out on when we're on like excursions or even out in port, when I'm done, I can just trash it. And that's one less thing that I have to carry back with me, because, you know, you souvenir shop and everything. So this is one less thing that's weighing your bag down. Alrighty. So let's see. That. Oh, you can also bring a bottle of wine. For each person that's 21 and over, you can bring a 750 ml bottle of wine. I did bring a bottle of wine. I did not drink all of my wine. Like I said, I'm not a really big drinker. I am a social drinker, but I don't just drink a whole lot. Yeah, so you can bring one bottle of wine. And don't forget your corkscrew, because I believe there's a charge if you have them to open it for you. Alrighty. Another tidbit is parking. If you are sailing out of New Orleans, I would highly recommend you park at their terminal, you guys. It is $140 for the week, but you're parking in a garage, so it's covered. They have cameras and security there. And had no issues with the parking. It was very convenient. We were able to just take the elevator down and start our boarding process, which was really smooth. I did see in the Facebook group that once we returned, one of the someone car window had been smashed. and I believe they parked at one of the parking lots that were um, near the terminal, but not at the terminal. So that's just a chance you have to take. I'd rather have paid the $140 and had peace of mind, came back, no issues with our vehicle, versus I think some of those places you only maybe had to pay $50 for the week or $40 for the week. Some of them are really cheap, and you come back and your window's busted and you have to drive a few hours home. And like I said, it was rainy and cold. So just keep that in mind. Also, I want to tell you guys about the boarding process. The boarding process was smooth, you guys. Like I said, we parked there. We didn't have to worry about a shuttle or anything like that. We parked, got our bags, took the elevator down, and the process just started. It was smooth. We had an early check-in time. We checked in from 10. Yeah, our time was from 10 to 10:30. And like I said, that was smooth sailing. No issues or anything with that. But on the other hand, it's barking, y'all. When I say unorganized, an unorganized mess. We even went to a presentation to make sure we had instructions on, what to do upon leaving, because we knew they told us to have your bags packed, have them outside your door between 8 and 11 if you wanted the crew to take your bags down for you. So we knew that part, but we didn't know where to retrieve the bags, or, what time, or we didn't have any of that information. So we went to the presentation. The presentation still didn't really give clear instructions on what to do. They pretty much, you had to be out of your room by 8:30. And what else did they say? Have your luggage out the night before. Oh, if you wanted to bring your own bags, if you were transporting your own bags out, then you would listen for your muster station and you can leave. And then everyone else, you go and get tags and you listen for your tag number to be called. And they told us to go to, I can't remember, deck 3, deck 5, wherever, to go and get your tags. So we go to get the tags and we're in this line. And I was like, I think they're selling bingo cards up there. I don't think this is the actual line. So we're looking around and there's like this little kiosk stand with tags hanging on there that says early. And I think it was tag numbers 1 through 10. Then at the bottom, it was late from 11 to 20. And that was it. There was no other instructions or anything. So, we packed that night, put our stuff out, put our tags on there, woke up the next morning. We were out of the rooms before 8 o'clock. And we were given so many different instructions, you guys. They were told us to go to deck 9. Then we were told to go to deck 5, deck 3. Then we got to deck 3. They told us to go back up to deck 5. It was like a hurry up and wait. In the meantime, we were trying to listen out for our number. It was very unorganized. We never did hear our number called. And the next thing you know, they were telling everybody, you can just leave, it's time to go, get in line, go. And so we were just getting in the line and just kind of following everybody out. When we made it down to where our luggage was located, okay, we saw the numbers there on the wall, but there were still no clear instructions on, do we go get our own luggage? Are we in line to get luggage? There was, when I say no instructions whatsoever, you guys. So we finally got our luggage and we had a porter to load them up on a cart and take them to our vehicle for us. And like I said, we parked in the terminal, and we parked at the terminal in their garage, and that part was smooth. After that, he loaded up our luggage for us and we left. And so yeah, you guys, overall, we had a great time. I felt safe. Things were clean. And like I said, this was just pretty much kind of like an overview, some tidbits. In part 2, stay tuned, you guys. I will give you guys a cabin tour, and I will be discussing onboard activities and our excursions that we did. I'll be sharing clips as well. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. You can go check out my Instagram. I'm still posting pictures from the cruise there as well. So you can go out there and check out some pictures. And otherwise, you guys, I hope you have a great week. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.